So this one's called Of Stories and Fire. My grandmother used to show me her burns and tell me to keep away from fire. She used to shudder every time she ran her fingers around the peripheries of her burns. The crevices in her face would deepen and her eyes would reason with mine. My grandmother believed that everyone is a story. But she refused to be a novel. She wanted to be a collection of short stories, handpicked, sought for in a whirlpool of memories witnessed by an apostle. You see, she wasn't like most people, probably because she didn't like most people. Perhaps she didn't like me either. Perhaps she did. Perhaps one of these reasons is why she dug deeper and deeper and deeper and buried her irises deep in my cortex. Eyes have memories. Trust me, I know it. Because the memories from the irises crawled out and consumed my vision. Blink. I can see her. I can see the fire. I can see her trajectories. Blink, blink. I can see a cemetery that hosts people for centuries. A sea of forgotten blood and the graves sinking. Blink. Eyes don't only have memories, but dreams too. Trust me, I know it. That day, she gave me an heirloom and hid her albatross beneath it. My grandmother used to show me her burns and tell me to keep away from fire. She used to hate fire. The same fire that I talked about, remember? I saw him. The same fire that tried to lift her up in his flames and auction her to the dead. The fire that she tried to devour. Every time someone bore his child, she would look at it with a gaze so intense that she'd erase all reason as soon as she'd commence. She was at war. She was at war with the fire. He would impale her being. But she'd have to wear her carapace like an armor, but she couldn't fight the fact that her own armor was made of gasoline. She refused to worship the fire. She refused to worship the sun because the sun is a ball of fire. My father still doesn't know that. Unlike his mother, my father has always been superstitious. He'd take me to astrologers and palm readers who, with just one unapologetic glance, keep my future mortgage and hold my desires hostage. Palms, they don't tell you your future. They tell you your history, your past. My grandmother's palms taught me that. Her palms were burned by veterans who tried to barter her destiny for glory, summon her by their fumes, and burden a pyre to humor her desire to live. While her brother inherited the family name, she inherited the war. And I inherited silence. Her silence. After years of silence and its mistaken identities, I woke up to her extinguishing breath. She was struggling with a movement, but I think she was showing me her burns and telling me to keep away from fire. But before her eyes could reason with mine, my words treasoned with hers. She slipped into a void. She didn't say anything. I didn't know why. But I couldn't really fathom what was happening. All I could do was blink, 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 blink. I couldn't sleep for 3 straight days. Eyes bleed oceans. Trust me, I know it. The day I carved her name on the tombstone, I realized that I had etched her stories in my irises and written the last story to her collection of short stories. And it's called How the War Was Won. Thank you.